Every year, millions of Muslims around the world participate in the beautiful and sacred ritual of Qurbani, the sacrifice performed on Eid al-Adha, yet how many truly pause to reflect on what makes this act valid in the eyes of Allah? Imagine the deep joy and hope in the hearts of believers as they prepare to offer their sacrifices, but also the weight of responsibility that comes with ensuring that this act is accepted and blessed. The story of Qurbani is one of faith, obedience, and mercy, tracing back to the powerful legacy of Prophet Ibrahim, peace be upon him, who was willing to sacrifice his beloved son Ismail purely for the love of Allah. This monumental act is commemorated every year through Qurbani, yet the validity of this worship depends on fulfilling certain essential conditions that many overlook but which are rooted firmly in the Quran, authentic hadith, and the practice of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, and his companions. First and foremost, the timing of the sacrifice is crucial. The Prophet, peace be upon him, taught us that Qurbani must be performed after the Eid prayer on the 10th of Dhul Hijjah and before sunset of the 13th. Sacrifices offered before the Eid prayer or after the third day are not considered valid according to most scholars. This timing is divinely ordained to unite the Muslim community in this act of worship and ensure it remains a shared, collective expression of faith. Imagine the bustling energy of the Eid morning prayer, the vibrant unity of millions raising their hands in submission. This is the exact moment when Qurbani begins, symbolizing that this act of sacrifice is intertwined with the celebration and gratitude that defines Eid. Another fundamental condition lies in the animal itself. Islamic law is meticulous about the type, age, and health of the animal to be sacrificed. Only specific animals, camels, cows, goats, sheep, and buffaloes, are permissible and they must meet minimum age requirements. For example, a sheep must be at least 1 year old, while a camel must be 5 years or older. Why such detail? Because the sacrifice must reflect respect, dignity, and compassion, values deeply embedded in Islam. The Prophet, peace be upon him, himself taught kindness to animals and forbade causing unnecessary pain, and the sacrifice must be an act of mercy, not cruelty. The animal must be free from obvious defects such as blindness, severe illness, or deformities, ensuring that what we offer to Allah is pure and worthy, just as our intentions must be. Speaking of intentions, they are the soul of any act of worship. The validity of Qurbani hinges on having the sincere intention, niyya, to perform this act purely for the sake of Allah, not for show, pride, or any worldly gain. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, said, "Actions are judged by intentions," reminding us that the outward act alone is insufficient without a heart truly devoted to Allah. This invites us to reflect deeply. When we prepare for Qurbani, is our heart aligned with this sacred purpose? Are we giving from our love for Allah, our gratitude for his countless blessings, and our desire to follow in the footsteps of Prophet Ibrahim's extraordinary faith? The method of slaughter also holds essential conditions. The animal must be slaughtered by cutting the throat, windpipe, and blood vessels in the neck swiftly and humanely, while invoking the name of Allah by saying, Bismillah, Allahu Akbar. This is not merely a ritual phrase but a declaration that the life being taken is by Allah's permission, and the sacrifice is an act of worship. The Prophet, peace be upon him, emphasized the importance of this method, teaching compassion by ensuring the animal experiences as little pain as possible. This connects us to a powerful spiritual reality. Through Qurbani, we submit our own will and desires to Allah, mirroring the sacrifice made by the animal and purifying our souls from selfishness and attachment. Moreover, the sacrifice must be made by a person who is financially capable, as the obligation of Qurbani is tied to possessing the nisab, the minimum wealth required after covering basic needs. This condition safeguards the poor from hardship and emphasizes that Qurbani is an act of gratitude and charity. Sharing the meat with family, friends, and especially those in need is an integral part of the practice, making Qurbani a social act of compassion and community solidarity, much like the companions of the Prophet did, ensuring no one was left out of the blessings. Another often overlooked but vital condition is that the person performing the sacrifice must own the animal before the sacrifice is made. It cannot be done on someone else's behalf unless they have given explicit permission. This personal ownership signifies direct responsibility and intentionality in this act of worship, ensuring the sacrifice is a sincere offering from the believer's own means. As we consider all these conditions, it's natural to ask, why does every detail matter so much? The answer lies in the profound symbolism and spiritual impact of Qurbani. It is a mirror reflecting our submission, sincerity, compassion, and obedience. Each condition protects the sanctity of the act and honors the legacy of Prophet Ibrahim and the teachings of our beloved Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. If we fail to observe these conditions, the sacrifice risks becoming a mere ritual devoid of its powerful meaning and divine acceptance. Imagine the heartbreak of a believer who offers Qurbani with high hopes only to discover that some forgotten condition invalidates their sacrifice. This is why knowledge and care are so crucial. So, as we approach Eid al-Adha, let us pause to internalize these forgotten conditions. Let us ask ourselves, are we prepared not just in action but in heart, intention, and understanding? Are we choosing the right animal at the right time, with the right intention, and performing the sacrifice in the way Allah has prescribed? May this reflection deepen our connection to this sacred tradition and elevate our worship to a level pleasing to Allah. May He accept our sacrifices, forgive our shortcomings, and grant us the strength to live with the faith and devotion exemplified by Prophet Ibrahim and the righteous companions. Ameen.